on the front page of the Criterion last week, for those of you who get the Criterion? Who was on the front page last week? Father Vince Lampert. And what is Father Vince Lampert on the front page of the Criterion about? The fact that he just published a new, and the topic of the books is, the topic of the book is Exorcisms, because he's our diocesan exorcist. So yesterday, I'm super excited about this. Yesterday, out of nowhere, my phone rings. I'm like, I try to always like answer my phone, particularly when it's like an unknown number, because like you never know if like it's a hospital or a nursing home or whatever it is. So I see this number, and the area code is like one that I have no idea where this area code is from. So I'm just like, okay, like, hi, Father Mar. And it's a crazy thing in the whole world. It's the voice of my next door neighbor from college seminary, from when I was up at the University of St. Thomas, Minnesota. And I'm just like, what is going on, Father Rob Yurkovich? And he just, he made fun of me. He goes, because I was like, hello, this is Father Jonathan Meyer. And he just goes, is this Father Jonathan Meyer live? Which was a great like YouTube joke. But anyways, I just said, so I was like, is this Father Rob Yurkovich? And he's like, yeah. Anyways, this is so awesome. And it like ties in today's gospel passage. So Father Rob Yurkovich has been named the exorcist of the Diocese of Marquette. So if you talk to Father Vince Lampert, like, so when he was assigned our diocesan exorcist, so our diocese has always had an exorcist. The exorcist prior to Father Vince Lampert, I could talk about him for hours. The dude was a frickin' rock star. Like, would celebrate 3 daily. I mean, he was a rock star, just absolute rock star. He was up at St. Anthony's on the near west side of Indianapolis. But anyways, when Father Vince Lampert took over his position when Father Jack Ryan died, it was ridiculous. Like, there were only like 20 or 30 exorcists in the entire United States of America. This should maybe say something about the episcopacy in our country. Now, who is the official exorcist in every single diocese? The bishop. So the bishop is the official exorcist in every diocese, but he's supposed to appoint a bishop, an exorcist. And so anyways, Archbishop Beekline and the bishops before him always had appointed an exorcist. And so Vince Lampert gets appointed as the exorcist. But it's really interesting, and thanks be to God, like, it really is a great thing. Like, so Benedict XVI and John Paul II actually like began promoting the role of exorcist. In fact, Father Vince Lampert actually went to Rome on sabbatical, and actually they began teaching courses in Rome for exorcists. So he went to Rome and actually like took these courses. Well, of course, like, the reality of like most priests having the ability or the availability to like take off 6 months to go to Rome to study the art of exorcism is really like not like real reasonable for the majority of priests, because like, well, you know, I have 4 campuses, and like most priests have lots of things happening in their lives. So anyways, Father Rob Yurkovich just got us appointed as the exorcist of his diocese, and there is this new formation in America for American exorcists called the Society of Pope Leo XIII. Now, for those of you who are like, that, if I say Pope Leo XIII, some of you are like nodding your heads, because what happened to Saint Leo XIII? Saint Leo XIII was the Pope who had the vision in the sky in Rome over the tomb of Hadrian, which we now refer to as Castel San Angelo. But Pope Leo XIII is the one who has the vision of Saint Michael the Archangel over the tomb of Hadrian, and then he goes home and he composes the Saint Michael the Archangel prayer, which we all know, right? So and he actually then asked that it be prayed at the end of masses and things of these sorts. So anyway, Saint Leo XIII. So there's now this new society in America called the Society of Saint Leo XIII, and it forms priests to be exorcists, and then also creates for the exorcists a community for them to actually like network and talk to each other about different situations that might be happening in their diocese with possession or oppression. So anyways, Father Rob Yurkovich just calls me yesterday just out of nowhere, and he's like, hey, can I stay at your place tomorrow night, which would be tonight? And I'm like, sure. So it's really awesome. So because of COVID-19, they were supposed to be doing training, and they shut the training down, and they put it online. But the priests who were going to be doing the training were all like, the last thing we want to do is like sit through another Zoom meeting. So a whole bunch of the priests were like, well, we'll just get together anyways, and we'll just watch all the Zooms. At least we can all be together watching the Zooms, and then still have like fraternity and discussion and whatever else. So guess where they go? It's just so awesome. They go to the Shrine of the Blessed Sacrament in Birmingham, Alabama. Like, for those of you who have not been there, yeah, I know that I've talked about it before, and like I've been on the, it is so, just like so awesome to think that there's like all these priests who are going to be like demon slayers, and they are all like hanging out at the Shrine of the Blessed Sacrament, like the body of Mother Angelica in the crypt church, the Poor Clare nuns just like chanting the Liturgy of the Hours, like, you know, all day long, and these priests just like over in the there's like a guest house for priests, like just taking their classes on how to be awesome exorcists. And don't we need it? I mean, let's be honest about it. Like, don't we need more people to like drive out evil in our world? And that's what our gospel passage is all about today, right? And I think so he's going to be at Mass tomorrow morning at the St. Paul campus at 7:30 a.m., Father Rob Yurkovich. And anyways, he's a great priest. So his room was next to mine, and he was one of the crazy guys. I've talked about this before, but he was part of Biking for Jesus. So on the day that I graduated from the University of St. Thomas in 1999, I got on a bike with 12 other seminarians, and we biked all across Minnesota, Wisconsin, took a ferry across Lake Michigan, and then biked all the way down through Michigan and then down into Indiana. And we met like bishops along the way. We stayed in parishes every night and gave talks about vocations and whatever else. But anyways, he was one of those crazy priests, crazy seminarians who's now a priest. But the ever needed reminder to us that evil is really real, that Satan is real, that hell is real. But that the most like amazing and great thing is that it's all nothing compared to the glory of God. It's nothing compared to the sacraments. It's nothing compared to God's grace. And thus all the more the power of what we receive and who we receive this morning. The power of your guardian angels who's sitting with you right now. Like, that's all real. Like, these men aren't like sitting in a room like joking about like some sort of, you know, movie from the 1970s, which still kind of gives me, you know, nightmares. But like, it's real. Like, they see these people, like, it's real. Like, talk to Father Vince Lampert. Like, it's all real. Like, it's not a joke. Like, people levitate and speak in foreign languages, and like, it's real. And just because it's maybe not part of our like small little closed-in world of Roman Catholicism, like, it is for many. And it's a horrible reality for many. And thus it makes what we do this morning all the more powerful, because we know like the other side of it, which is grace, which is mercy, which is truth. Now, just to also show the exorcists are totally like human and normal, why is Father Rob Yurkovich wanting to stay at my rectory tomorrow night? Well, because he's going to the basketball tournament in Indianapolis on, someone got him free tickets to the Michigan game. So he's like, if I'm driving home from Alabama, which is like an 11-hour drive, why not see a basketball game in Indianapolis? It's awesome. Priests are fantastic. So anyways, let's realize what we do this morning is real. It's not a joke. Let's pray particularly for those in the ministry of exorcism. Let's pray for those who are possessed and those struggling with oppression in their lives. Let us stand.